to say, were you rooting for Washington? Were you?
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Day Market Action. There we go. I got my Stream Deck back on. I can hear sounds again, so I'm excited. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VB Nation, and let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. What a great weekend, right? The Eagles won. I'm a Giants fan, but the Eagles won. Just like Lee said, Eagles soar. Yeah, they did. I'm happy for them. I'm mad.
Hey, fix your mic.
Oh, gotta fix my mic already. All right, hold on. Hit that. There we go. I got bounce. All right, you should be able to hear me. Sorry. We are still working on my mic problems. Trying to figure out where the problem lies. So we're taking steps. To get the mic right. All right, we're taking steps to get the mic right. The bumper music's still playing for me. All right. I don't know. It shouldn't be. I hear me in the background, Clay. All right. Is the music still going, Clay? Do you know? Clay's in the background by the way. It says all set now. There we go. All right. So I think we turned that down. But let me hit my thing on my thing again. Make sure. Did you hear the hand clap? And it's not a Temu mic. You should have heard the hand clap, which means my Stream Deck is back working again. Joey helped me set it up this morning to make sure. Thank you, Marvin. Marvin says, like the hat. So Clay allowed me to wear my hat today. All right. Joey would have been like, okay. That's what Joey would have said. But Clay said, hey, I like the hat. Thank you, Clay. And there we go. Joey's probably in the background somewhere doing something. But Clay is with me today. All right. With that being said, once again, the Eagles won today. Won yesterday. I don't think anybody anticipated that it was going to be that kind of score. But it is. I want to hear about AMD. All right. Well, we'll take a look at AMD. It's not in my list of stories today. But when we remember, I'm letting you know early. For every 10 likes, we get a stock. So it's up to you to hit the like button. All right, right now, if I were to do it right now, we'd only get 3 stocks. Right, so again, all I ask is that you put just a little bit of skin in the game. That's it. That's all. Taylor Swift didn't get MVP, so I'm happy. Taylor Swift wasn't getting the MVP. Is it Mafia Monday? Forget about it. I know a guy. All right. So, and again, when it comes down to stocks, we'll get to that opportunity towards the end. Why is steel and aluminum going up while warnings of tariffs? I had a story on that, James. I didn't decide. I decided not to play it. There was news about it. I didn't look deeply into it. And again, in my opinion, the tariffs are being used as tools, but more tariffs are being propagated at this time. So it's going to be interesting when it comes down to tariffs and how they're going to affect the market. But we will definitely keep track of that. And if you follow me on Twitter, I'm going to start posting some tariff news on my Twitter account. All right, I'm going to start posting some tariff news on my Twitter account. If you don't follow me on Twitter, just look up my name. BBAI, I know. That's the stock that I think we're going to look at today. Don't the steel and aluminum tariffs start today, Tom? Again, I looked at it. After the live stream today, I'm going to go look at some more news on the tariffs and what they are affecting, and I'm going to put them on my Twitter account. Uncle Glenn, glad to have you here. Thank you, Joy4. I appreciate that. I love that name, Joy for You. There you go. I love that. All right. Japan investing in U.S. steel. I don't think that as many people understand how much money Japan puts into the American economy. They put a lot of money into the economy, into our economy. So It's not, Japan investing in U.S. steel. Japan invests in a lot. You know what else? And I talked to Steve Chappell about this Friday. He was saying the same thing about Japan and the investment in the U.S. through Japan. From a Marine standpoint, do you know we've got 4 divisions? We got 1st Marine Division in California, 2nd Marine Division in North Carolina, 3rd Marine Division is in Okinawa, Japan. I don't think that many people understand just how important Japan is to us. The 3rd Marine Division is in Japan. The 4th Marine Division is in Kansas City, and that's for all the reservists. That's for all of the reservists. So tariffs are basically America shooting itself in both feet. Pennywise, I don't agree with that to a certain degree. And I haven't seen that happen just quite yet, Pennywise. I think that all of the ways that the tariffs are being used currently, all right, anything can change. The way that the tariffs are being used currently are to get people to own up to their responsibilities. That's my 2 cents. VectorVest has nothing to do with that. We don't track that as far as, tariffs. But I check the news. As the stock market strategist, my job is to look at what's moving the markets, what stocks are affected, that kind of thing. So there we go. And the Army has 1st Special Forces Group in Okinawa as well. That's the Army. Hold on. Yeah, now y'all can hear my stuff. Yeah, that's the Army. I don't know if they heard that. It didn't show up on desktop audio. Hold on. Yeah, that showed up on the. Why does Glenn say tariffs? It says like terrorists. Hold on. Put that back up again. Glenn, all the subscribers should get a free VV cap. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to say about that. All right, let's go look at what's going on in the market. More yellows than red. What have I said? When you see a lot more yellow than red, what should you be doing? Compared to when you see a lot more red in the color guard than yellow, what should you be doing? So I know there's a delay, but if you see a lot more yellow in the color guard than red, you should be observing what's going on, tightening your stops. If you see a lot more red in the color guard than yellow, that's when you start taking action. Selling covered calls, buying protective puts, that kind of thing. Mac Daly said chilling. Well, I can deal with that. I can deal with chilling. All right, but more observation than anything. Yellow mellow. I don't like yellow mellow. That is nasty drink. Blah. All right. All the markets are up today, though. Look at that, with the NASDAQ leading the way, up over 1%. So that was my alert today. We got a market rebound, but for how long? Well, I can see that the primary wave is back up. The MTI is still below 1. So the underlying trend in the market is still down. Confirmed call is still down. This is time, again, even with today's move, with the NASDAQ being up over 1%, this is a day where you take what the market gives you. Today is a good day to buy stocks, but I don't back up the truck. And I'd be very careful about what I buy. So today we're going to talk about some stocks to consider buying. The Monday video tonight will be all about my top stock picks for the week. We'll take a look at those as well, and we'll see. OppFi got hit today. I didn't see any news on it. Have any suggestions for stocks to buy and hold for a year? Ooh, good question, Jonah. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to find that. Let's get into the software real quick. All right, let's get into the software real quick. If I'm looking for stocks to buy and hold for a year, I've got a portfolio that I call decade stocks. All right. I'm going to do a new video shortly on new decade stocks going forward. But my decade stocks portfolio, let's see what it did. My portfolios, no. This is my decade stocks. Amen. Magnificent 7. Decade stocks. Decade stocks, Glenn. 115%. Still going. All right. These are my, you're talking about Jonah, stocks to buy and hold for a year. I have a search to find what I call stocks that I want to hold for the decade. Does this make sense right here? Decade is 10 years, and I'm still running this. This is running since July 9th of 2024. So, Jonah, I've got 3 stocks here that I consider to be decade stocks. I'm probably going to do another video. Clay, put in our chat, new video on decade stocks. No new video on decade stocks. And I think that I'm going, so hopefully, Jonah, this at least starts to answer your question. And it's only 3 stocks, Apple, Palantir, and Tesla. And Tesla's in here. It's still got an ROI of 37%, even with all of the pullback in Tesla. Even with all the pullback in Tesla, I've got 3 stocks. I think the next video, I'm probably going to put out 5 stocks to hold for the next decade. 5 stocks to hold for the next decade. So, Jonah, be on the lookout for that video. All right? Be on the lookout for that video. That's a great suggestion because I think a lot of people are looking for stocks. Wow, ABB says 7 stocks. All right, maybe I'll do 7 stocks, not just 5. But I think that people are looking for longer term plays. And let me see, do I have YouTube? Do I have a search called Decade Stocks? I don't know. ABCD. I thought I had stocks. As you can see, I've got a lot of searches that I use for YouTube. I got a lot of searches that I use for YouTube. But I'm looking, at Decade Stocks. I swore I made a search for Decade Stocks. But I got to figure out how I found my Decade Stocks. There's a way behind it. There's a way behind it. I don't remember. When I made the search that I took all the information down. Okay, that's enough of that. Yes, long-term investing. So Clay put that in the chat for me. I think that might be, something that could be tomorrow's video. Long-term decade stocks. Come on, 10 stocks, Todd says. Listen, I'm going to split the difference. 7.5 stocks. I'll give you 7.5 stocks. You did one with our picks. Oh, yeah, I did one with yours picks. Portfolio, what is it? Decade stocks customer picks. I did that. Yours are only up 30. But keep in mind, Jazz, there's a lot more stocks in here. You had a lot more stocks in here. I had the benefit of the leg up because I only had 3. But there's a lot of stocks in here that you guys did put as far as your decade stocks. Look at that. Lunar up 418%. Woo! Look at that. Palantir, Walmart. So I think, wow, some of them, ELF, Supermicro, AMD. Somebody wanted to know about AMD. Since I've been tracking that in my your decade stocks, it's down 37%. Let me move that over. It's down 37%, man. That is not a beautiful, no, it's actually down 65%. AMD is down 37%. So there you go. I like it. Sing it, Michael. Isn't Tesla terribly overvalued? Yes, Tom, it is. And I think that if you're playing Tesla right now, Tesla should be played as a short. I still think that it's tough to bet against Elon Musk. All right? Does anybody agree with that? Type of 1 if you agree with that. Type of 2 if you don't. I think it's tough to bet against Elon Musk. So I still think I like Tesla long term, especially with everything that they got going on. But right now, I think right now is not the right time to be in Tesla long. If you're going to play Tesla, I would play TSLQ or I'd play, one of the other Contras. Pennywise says no. All right. I think, Pennywise, hold on, Pennywise. We'll come back to that in a second. Talking about Tesla. Tesla, he says no. I said, you do understand what I said, Pennywise, short term, right? You do understand what I said, short term. Looking at this Tesla, draw a trend line. Pennywise, I'm not telling you to buy Tesla long right now. I may like it long term. Woo! Thank you, CB. Type of W in the room. Type of W in the room. There's Michael. You wanted to see Michael? There's me doing Michael. Woo-wee! Thank you. Type of W in the room, please. Type of W in the room for the win. Thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Thank you very, very much. And CB, what we do when you give a super chat, I look at 2 of your stocks right now. CB, you gave a super chat. You got to type them in the room. Got to type them in the room. I need to look at 2 of your stocks right now. All right. That is a perk of giving a super chat. That is a perk of giving a super chat. So CB, let me know. Clay, look out for his stocks in case he puts them in while I'm talking. All right. But I need 2 stocks from you. We'll take a look at them right now. Tesla has gaps open down below. Careful. I'm just saying that if I'm going to play Tesla short term, look at that. It just broke to another level of support. Boom and boom. It's got another level, 2 more levels. And it is way overvalued. I am saying that short term, I don't like Tesla. I'd play it to the downside. But put this on a 1-year graph. I like Tesla long term. But right now, Jazz, I'm not telling you to take it. All right. So, but CB, there you go. BE and KGC, Bloom Energy, and gold, KGC. Let's go look at them right now. Bloom Energy. You know something? I like that it's fading the gap. I'd love to see it fade the gap. I'm gonna put a line right in the middle. I'd love to see it fade the gap. It's not that far off from a new high, from a high over the last 3 months. It is a buy recommendation. It is overvalued. Value is leveling out. RT is above 1. Watch volume. All right, interesting is I watched the stock rise higher. What's volume doing? Volume's pulling back. So there's not a lot of conviction on the move, but I do like the move. Let's go draw a freehand line. I got movement. I've got a level. I'm looking to see if it can break through this level. Where the heck is my? There it is. I'd like to see if it can break through the level of 2650. If it can do that, I'd like it to take out the high. All right, I'd like it to take out the high. But I do like the upward trend. I don't like the volume. I do like RT. Let's go to your next one, KGC. Gold is rising. Now, cool thing about gold. 1, gold's on the rise. 2, KGC is undervalued. 3, value is rising. 4, look at the volume. 5, look at the move. So KGC I like. Hold on. KGC I like. KGC, what else can I put up there? There's another one that I can put up there. Here's another one. KGC I like. By the way, if you're liking that I've got my sounds back, type a 1 in the room. I got my stream deck back. If you're liking that I got my sounds back, make sure you hit the 1, type a 1 in the room. But KGC I like. Okay, now, other stocks that people are putting into the room, I'm not looking at them yet. I gave CB these 2 stocks because he did give us a super chat. All right, Todd doesn't like the sounds. Neither does Arcana. But I'm going to say to both of you, Todd and Arcana, the majority of the room likes the sounds. The majority of the room. I got to go with the majority, folks. I got to. I like the hat better than the sounds. Hit the like button, please, says LA Guns. Right now, we're up to 9 stocks, all right? And it's still early. Right now, we're up to 9 stocks. So KGC, CB, I like the mining stocks a lot. And you know something? I'd probably go find a cheap mining stock that's got more opportunity to make some money. Harmony is another good play. HMY, Harmony is another good play. I think it might even be cheaper. Harmony, nope, it's, where is it? Harmony's about the same amount of money. Harmony, look at, I already have that trending higher. I look at the volume on that. I like Harmony, and then I like KGC. I like them both. KGC is a little cheaper. I prefer the cricket sound. All right, then there you go. I put the cricket sound. All right, so I'm off the beaten path right now. Let's get into some of the stories that are moving stocks. And big thing this week is going to be inflation data comes out this week. All right, I'm looking at investing.com Wednesday. OPEC oil. All right, Akshaya, are you here? Harry says, are we live? Of course we're live. Roger says he's late. You're never late. Oh, KGC earnings tomorrow. When I go back and look at KGC again, I'll look at the earnings graph to see what I can come up with for KGC. But CPI comes out Wednesday. PPI comes out Thursday. It's probably definitely going to move the market. Inflation's on the rise a little bit. All right, inflation's on the rise. If you didn't watch Ryan's short about market insights, which is the first video we do every week, if you don't watch that, you should. He prepares you for the week about what's going on, so to put you on the right side of the market. If you hadn't watched it, you need to. Why did you think of the Him Super Bowl commercial? I didn't see it. I don't know what happened. I didn't see it. I saw the preview for it, but you know something? It was a very interesting commercial, and that's why I had it up as a stock to keep your eyes on. As a stock, hey, Dad, are you 60? My daughter's asking me if I'm 60. Why is she doing that? Doesn't she? I wish that she would come to my live stream so she'll know I'm doing a live stream. But you get the realness of what's going on. My daughter says, "Hey, Daddy," you say, I don't know what she's trying to do. She's trying to hook me up with something. She'd be like, "Dad, you need to do this." She does that a lot, but she only looks out for me. I know she does. She always. I'm like, why? I should tell her to mind her business. I can't do that to my little girl. She's probably looking out for me for something. All right, retail sales come out on Friday, so it's a busy week when it comes down to news that will definitely affect the market, whether bullish or bearish. All right, what else? This is another. How about, we all talk about DeepSeek. Alibaba says its AI outperformed DeepSeek. This is why the stock is a buy. DeepSeek's model led to significant stock drops from Microsoft and NVIDIA, while Alibaba's share rose due to its AI advancements. And there it is, Qwen, Model 2.5. All right, everybody's got their own assistant out there, and more information is coming out about those. And I don't know much about this Qwen, but this is something that will definitely move Alibaba. Alibaba's long-term AI investments include generative AI tools for e-commerce, position it for growth in cloud services and global expansion. No matter what you care, think about Alibaba, it's got to be on your radar. Next one, Palantir. This is interesting. I've been trying to find out how many contracts they've gotten. Palantir has won over $2.7 billion in U.S. contracts since 2009. Now, it's interesting because Steve Chappell and I, again, we talk a lot. I talked about, he says that I don't think Palantir, that the rug is going to be pulled out from Palantir because it doesn't make money. But then I sit back and I look at these contracts that they have. Are these contracts not on the books yet? Is that what it's trying to tell me from a perspective of not making money? I don't know, but Palantir, you guys know how I feel about it. I still own it. Joey and everybody thinks I'm pumping it. I don't pump it. You guys that are investing in Palantir hopefully have already done your homework. But $2.7 billion since 2009. That's a lot of money for a company. I wouldn't touch Chinese stock with a 10-foot pole. I hear you, Pennywise. What did Janice say? Janice says she's probably trying to get a discount to put you in the old folks home. My daughter says when she puts me in the old folks home, she's going to do, "Hi, Dad, it's time to eat your oatmeal. Choo-choo, open up." I was like, when it comes time to put me into a nursing home, you ain't going to have nothing to do with it. She's like, "Dad, I'm your daughter. How can I not have something to do with it?" And I'm like, she's got a point. She's got a point. I'm like, I can't stop it. So there we go. All right, next story. Apple, you know what the M chips? Apple begins M5 chip mass production with TSMC and key suppliers from Japan and South Korea. So, I'm in the market. I need a new MacBook to go for my DJ business. I have a way older MacBook. Unless somebody out there wants to donate to Uncle Glenn's DJ drive for a new MacBook, which Uncle Glenn would love you for it. He would love you for it. I'll put that out there. But the M chips have been killing it as far as Apple is concerned. So they're starting the mass production of the M5 chip. TSMC is going to be a part. You can't stop number 2. I know. That's better be nice to her. Listen. My kids called me old man. My daughter says that. My daughter says, "Hey, what's up, old man? I love you." I'm like, call me old man and then tell me she loves me. Sigh. Kids, what are you going to do with them? And then I got grandkids. I got my little granddaughter, sits up in her papa's lap. She goes, "Glasses." And she taps on my glasses. And I'm like, "Stop." And then she takes her finger and then pokes me in the eye. You're getting the real world feel of what Uncle Glenn goes through. All right, that's right. I love to be able to be honest with you on these channels. I love being able to. Why does that look like that? I love having the opportunity to be. Listen, I'm not just a stock guy. I'm a real guy. But this could be good. This could be big for Apple. It's also going to probably be good for TSM as well. I thought you were rich, Glenn. I will neither confirm nor deny that. Here's the stock that I told you to keep your eyes on a while ago. It's water. It's water generation, clean energy. Ocean Power Technologies announces demonstration of WAM-V at Navdex. The last time I talked about Ocean Power was they were doing some work for Israel to generate energy. and it seemed that it was a positive thing. Again, if nothing else, I need you guys to keep this stock on your radar as a clean energy play. Using the power of water, my number one clean energy play still is going to be nuclear power. I'm not about the wind because the wind be killing birds. Knock a bird out the sky. Solar is another good power, but something, when there ain't no sun, you got to be able to harness that and store it. So my top clean play for energy, of course, is nuclear. This is my second best play is water. So OPTT, keep this on your radar. I have nothing after she picked her nose. What are you talking about, Todd? I don't know what Todd's talking about. Sigh. You got to dress poorer if you're hitting people up for money. Do I not look poor? I ain't poor. All right. Marathon as an oil play beats quarter four estimates, unveils midstream plans. The Findlay, Ohio-based company posted adjusted net. That's not what I'm looking for. In its most recent earnings, MPC said it established a renewable diesel segment, which includes renewable diesel activities and assets historically reported on its refining and marketing segment. The company's new segment includes its renewables facility in Dickinson, North Dakota, a processing facility with the capability to produce 184 million gallons per year of renewable diesel. MPC, keep it. Nuclear is dirty. Nuclear is not dirty. Well, it could be dirty. It's the waste. It is the waste. All right, so oil play beats. This is another defense company, Elbit. Elbit awarded contracts totaling approximately $100 million to provide joint national digital fires command center for a European country. This is a company, instead of playing individual stocks in the aerospace and defense space, me, I like DFEN. It's just been tough. I own it again, I think. I don't remember if I own DFEN. I don't remember. But I still think it's going to be a strong play with the current administration going into the year. So we're going to take a look at this stock. This is another stock I want you to keep on your radar. Solid Biosciences received, and this is the big part of it, FDA Fast Track designation for SGT-212 dual route of administration gene therapy. And I don't know what Friedreich's ataxia is. For Friedreich, will deliver the full length of frataxin gene via dual routes of administration incorporating intradentate nucleus and intravenous design to promote restoration of therapeutic levels of the frataxin protein to address neurological, cardiac, and systemic clinical manifestations of Friedreich's ataxia. Keep it on your radar. All right, what would happen if you throw nuclear waste in a volcano? I don't know. Your ESLT is an Israeli drone. Nope. Is that right? No. Oh, you talk about this one. That's not ESLT. That's Elbit's, different stock. That's a different stock. But ESLT is it's a different stock. True, but the drone segment is growing faster. I haven't put that down. I think drone technology, well, it was AV is one, ESLT is one. There's a couple of drone companies. I am still of the mindset I like DFEN to play the whole space. How about a telephone one? Tower Semiconductor. This is for, why I'm saying nuclear. This is for wireless. Business outlook on Tower Semiconductors guides revenues for the first quarter, downward range of about 5%. I like this play. It beat earnings. It beat earnings, and it was in line with revenue. I want to keep our eyes on it. It's another semiconductor for wireless. And the last thing is earnings for this week. McDonald's already reported, but here's all the stocks that are coming out. A lot of good stocks on here. There were a couple of gold stocks. Barrick was one. Where's the other one? There was two that I saw. Barrick. Where's another one? I forget where it was. Oh, Kinross. They're both on the same day. All right, Barrick in the morning on Wednesday. Kinross after the close on Wednesday. Reddit's coming up. Vertiv, which I like a lot. Datadog, Coinbase. I don't know what's going on with crypto right now, or Bitcoin. Back and forth, back and forth. Duke Energy, the ugliest shoes in the world. Crocs reports this week. ESLT is Elbit stock. No, it's not. I don't think it is. We'll see. SMCI tomorrow after the close. Elbit is a good choice. Sign Israel wants to be less reliant on other countries for its weapons. Elbit, I don't have that. When I go in there, I'm gonna take a look at it. I don't think it's ESLT. I don't think. Why did Monday pop 30% on a Monday? Let's get back into the software. Why did Monday pop? I think right now, tariffs, and this is why I said we got a rebound, but for how long? I think there's a lot more negative news out there that could affect the market adversely than positive. I think that people got tired. Let's go back to market timing graph. The market just sitting in this level of moving sideways. That's what I think is going on. The market's getting tired of the market just moving sideways. And they're looking for any sign to push the market higher. Now, as I look at today's candle, very little movement on today's candle. Still at a level of resistance at 72.88. Underlying trend in the market still down. All of our main indicators are down. We're not overbought or oversold by way of RSI. I don't know why I have RSI on here. But, and again, looking at the home page, we've got more yellow lights than we have red lights. We're still looking at observing more so than reacting. On a day like today, as the market's going higher, can you buy some stocks? Absolutely, but I'm not backing up the truck. All right, I'm not backing up the truck. And Monday is really, please break out to the upside. We'll see. We got a solid level of support. I'm not thinking that the market's going to have legs to the upside until we can break through that level of resistance. After the downtrend happened, uptrend now moving sideways, the market's trying to define or discern a real true direction. And I think that the inflation number this week is going to move this market one way or the other. Now, as I mentioned, inflation is on the rise. 2.3, 2.4. It's a little bit of a rise. We're going to see the numbers come out this week. It is one of the Fed's favorite numbers to look at when trying to gauge where inflation is and what they want to do. I don't think that they cut rates. I don't think that they raise rates. I think that they're going to stay flat at least until the summertime. I'm thinking until June. All right, so we'll see. Monday likes Monday. Their stock shot up today. Bitcoin is being pressured due to tariffs. I don't understand how tariffs are affecting Bitcoin. If anything, tariffs, everybody would be looking for a different way rather than the dollar to hold them down. I disagree with that, Pennywise. I don't think that tariffs should affect Bitcoin to the downside, but who am I? And I'm not saying that to be funny. I don't see the correlation. That's just me. I don't see the correlation. All right. Andre, would the volcano burn it? I don't know. Why are we talking about throwing nuclear waste into a volcano? I don't think that that's a good thing. I don't. It is ESLT. It is ESLT. Thank you, Janice. All right. Let me go. I'm going to have to find that in a second. All right. So we looked at the stories. Let's go look at the viewers. Let's go look at the big news. Did I put ESLT? I'm going to see. Yep, I did. Elbit was ESLT. Absolutely. It was in the list as ESLT. There we go. All right. Down today. Out of the stocks that made the stories, Alibaba is up with this Quen thing. AI assistant, Palantir. It's just a killer stock. MPC, oil, it beat. Macy's. Why is Macy's in here? Macy's are not supposed to be in here. I had no news on Macy's. Not even a little bit. ESLT is in here. SLDP. And OPTT, I don't know if that was, SLDP and TSEM. If I'm looking at these stocks, I would pay attention to the stocks that are a buy based on the news rather than not. But remember, all of these were news driven. Glenn, are you praying for rain, A stock market correction. I'm not praying for rain. I'm praying for the market to just do what it needs to do. Todd says, I'm just asking, do I think the market's going to break either way? Todd, I'm actually saying that I'm going to wait for the inflation news to come out. That's going to affect the market. So I don't know what the inflation news is, of course, but that's what's going to move the markets one way or another. SLDP makes solid state lithium batteries. I do like SLDP. Oil. We talked about oil a little bit, Jazz, already. MPC beat. Let's go. I'm gonna add another one. Let's go look at not drip. What's the other one I want? Gush. Let's go take a look at Gush. That's the oil ETF. Even with MPC news, I'm not feeling it just quite yet. Remember, this is just the ETF. Level of support, nice open day today. It did break through the downtrend a little bit. Nice open day with no wick at the top. It would be preliminary for me to say, oh, I'm going to go all in on oil. I like the bounce off support. I like the open candle with no wick at the top. So would I keep my eye on oil from this position? Yes. But I still got to let you know that with the whole idea of drill, baby, drill, oil probably is not going to have a sustainable up. The commodity itself should not have a sustainable up move because we're going to make oil cheaper. So does everybody understand that? So I think that there's other ways to play the oil by refineries, by service, by equipment, by drilling equipment. I think there's other ways to play the oil space. I just don't think that the commodity itself is going to have longevity if we go around and we drill, baby, drill, and we make it less expensive. When is inflation news coming out? Wednesday and Thursday, Rose. Wednesday and Thursday. Midstream stocks would be better oil if NG play, in my humble opinion. I think that's what it says. Midstream stocks, I'm not afraid of them as well. The equipment is in there. I thought I put that in there. TSEM is interesting. I remember when it wanted to merge with Intel, but it got blocked. All right. I'm just telling you, some of these stocks I want you to keep your eyes on. All right, let's go back to viewers. Let's go see what's going on. Earnings this week. Let's go see what stocks stand out for me. How many stocks in here? 45, and that's not all of them. That's just the big names. I want to graph these all. All right, and look at that. SMCI is really on the rise. I made a call on this last week, and look at the volume behind it. They still got to clear up all their financial stuff, but man, look at that move on it. Let's go change the graph to the earnings graph. Oof. Be careful, SMCI. Remember, I'm looking at the earnings growth. All right. Remember, trying to look at the earnings growth as a view for revenue. All right. You guys remember that. Just type a yes or no if you remember what I'm trying to use earnings growth for. I don't know how well that works yet, but I don't have an indicator. I know I'm on 3 months. I don't have an indicator for revenue, and I'm trying to see if this will help me. Because even though the earnings growth rate is at 43, it's still falling. And I'm wondering if that is an effect from revenue. All right, so we'll see. I think, and actually SMCI, I think they missed both. Based upon what I see, we'll see. I think they missed both. Falling, now let's go I'll put it on a 6-month graph. Still, earnings growth is lower than 6 months ago. I'll put it on a 1-year graph. It's higher than it was a year ago, but look at the move on it. Again, this is all news-driven. And I think that from the news-drivenosity, yes, I just made that up as a Glenism, I don't know if they beat earnings or revenue. We'll see. What else is in here? Let's go peep that out. Put this back on the 3-month. Wow, Hood. I think they beat both. And they've been adding more features to the app for investing, whether it's for crypto, whether it's for gambling. I think Hood does well. Rising earnings growth. I think they beat top and bottom. All right. KGC, I think they beat top and bottom. Earnings growth is rising. I'm really trying to see if this earnings growth holds some water. Twilio, they might miss. Earnings per share is $4 on a $145 stock. Earnings growth is at 36 but falling. Put it on a 6-month graph. Oof, the earnings growth, I don't know if they beat revenue. And we're going to see if this holds water. CRNT, looks like they're going to beat both. A little bit more volatile in the move, but it looks like they're possibly going to beat both. We'll see. Oof. Reddit looks like they're going to beat top and bottom. Does this graph make any sense to anybody in the room? Type a 1 if it makes sense. Type a 2 if it doesn't make sense. I'm really interested if we can put a correlation behind earnings growth and not. I love watching that this stock is rising. This is on the 6-month graph. It's beating earnings 2 quarters, and earnings growth is higher over 2 quarters. And the stock is moving. I'm not chasing Reddit, says John. Then don't. I don't want you to. I'm just looking at some of these stocks real quick. Oof. Shopify might be earnings, maybe not revenue. A couple of more. AppLovin should be earnings. We'll see. And I'm really curious. To see if this has any correlation to the revenue. Remember, I don't have an indicator for revenue. So trying to see if that works out. All right, earnings. I didn't give you much in the way of fish this week. Because the market, I'm looking to see what's going to happen with the inflation news. All right, now, where's the money going today? Let's go find out. I've got probably an ETF to cover everything. Everything. Only certain people are going to know that reference. I'm not going any further than that reference for that reference. If you got the reference, just put LOL. If you got the reference, just type LOL. What about open interest, and tip ranks? I do that for the purposes of trying to give some semblance of a price target. That's when I use the open interest in tip ranks to give some semblance of a price target, especially after earnings. What did you do in the Marine Corps? I was an overglorified secretary. I was a personal admin. I was the keeper of the service record books, unit diary, that kind of stuff. So everybody wanted to be my friend, though, because I held on to what goes into your SRB, all right, and files and directives for the battalion, making sure that we were up to code in everything that we were supposed to do. That was my job. As an 0151, I could encompass all 3 things. Certain people had MOSs that only handled one of those things. I was trained to do all 3 of those things. All right, Glenn was a cook. No, I wasn't a cook. Everybody wants to be the cook's friend too, but no, I wasn't a cook. I was close to it. I was personal administration. I thought you did that before earnings to gauge what investors think. That's what I said. I said price target, to give me a price target before earnings, or give me a price target just in general. Wow, you just called me a paper pusher. That's not nice. But I was. But you know something? I was the one that was the key person on our word processors before we got computers, and then I was the one that learned how to use our computers as well. But I was a word processor king and then moved over into computers. So I was a very important person in the battalion, believe you me. I thought you said after earnings. Yeah! No, U12! Is anybody listening? So, yeah, U12. When I go out to tip ranks, let's go research, tip ranks. And I'm going to go see, it's got to come up. There we go. And I want to see a stock like Palantir. Right? And I bring up Palantir. I will look at options. And I will sort by open interest. And it gives me a sense of what strike the open interest is going to. So from a price target perspective, overall, this is what I do. All right? Does that make sense? U12, that's what I use the options in the open interest to see where the money is going, where the people's money is going for a direction. That's what I do. And I normally do it before earnings to give an idea, because people say, what is your price target? And this is how I try to find my price target. But I'm noticing 38% going to the downside at 116. Where is it trading at right now? 114. It's a little higher than where it is right now. That's an aggressive play, even though it's 27% change on open interest, about 120. But that's about as high as I would go. As if somebody's asking me for a price target on a stock now, that's about as high as I would go, because that's where the open interest is, partly. The main open interest is right close to where it is right now. What price would you, and again, right now, 120 would be an aggressive play penny-wise. 120 would be, not one, there's no way I'm going to 145. I can't justify a 145 call. Target. There's no way in the world I can justify a 145 call. Not even on the graph. Where am I at? Let's go back to the graph real quick. There's no way that I can justify a 145 on Palantir. No way in the world. All right, remember, it's at its all-time highs right now. Think about it. I cannot. We're in uncharted territory. There's no way I can justify 145. I'm thinking 120 is right in the wheelhouse. 145 is ludicrous. Who called ludicrous? Yeah, I think that's crazy. As much as I know I own it, I'd love to see it go to 145. I just can't justify it. Bill says 145 year end. I can't call it yet. There's nothing that I can use right now to call it yet. And you know what else I don't like about trying to call it that high? What's the earnings growth doing, Bill? Think about that. Look at that. Look at the earnings. And I love that the earnings growth is still at 22, but it's falling. That concerns me. That concerns me about Palantir. So this is why I'm watching this level right here of about 106.83, which is halfway through this big bar. Palantir is only $6 away from 120. And you're right, I can justify 120. But look at this shooting star pattern, no follow through. Stock still has legs. I don't think it has legs right now beyond 120. Not yet. The stock is overvalued. Add parameter, value. Stock is overvalued. What's value doing? Flat, not even rising. So again, I may like the stock, but what do I tell you? What is the hashtag? Type the hashtag in the room. This is why I cannot justify a 145 price. I can't see it at 145 before next earnings. I can't see it. I can't see it. Not yet. I got nothing. Concerns. I'm just saying, what? Trade the chart, not your heart. The chart says right now, I'm right in no man's land. You guys are talking too much today. Good, googly muggly. Y'all not going to let me get through my stuff. I should have stayed right where I was. There we go. Let's go back to the viewers tab. Don't mind me. I love it when you guys talk. I love the interaction. Palantir equals Wells Fargo. What does that got to do with market cap? What is Palantir? What was the market cap on Palantir? Is it over $1 trillion? I don't even know. I'm not going to add it there. Let's add it to big news stocks. Oh, Palantir was already in here. What's the market cap? Let me go find out. Palantir. Let's go over. What is the market cap? 2 trillion? Nope. 1, 2, 3, 250 million. 250 million. That's it. Is that right? Did I give the right number? I think I did. It's in millions. It's 250 million. That seems low. But that's what it is. Apple is 3 trillion. Yeah. Palantir is 250 million. We'll see. Glenn's ability to get Palantir calls right is illegal. I just watch it. We up to 127 likes. Not bad for a Monday. Janice, you're right. I'm loving that. We get 12 stocks. We'll get ready to do that in a minute. Let's go to portfolios. What portfolios do I want to keep my eyes on? There's the decade stocks. Let's go to 2025. Let's go look at the picks that I've got for the year. Top stocks for the year, top 11 stocks, 8.88%. Given everything that's going on in the market, look at that. We're pushing 9% on my top 11 picks. Palantir is up there, Meta, Netflix, Axon. I still love that stock. It's expensive, though. What's hurting me more? Vistra, NVIDIA. And you know the stocks that are going against me are not going against me by a ton. The stocks on the radar, the stocks that didn't make my list, doing well as well. CEG, DFIN, up 23%. CrowdStrike, Walmart. SoundHound is poopy. Starting to move, though. It was even poopier. Now it's only down 25%. Could be getting ready to run. All right. Weekly picks. Let's go see what that's getting hurt right now. I got to add stocks to my weekly picks tonight. On tonight's video, it's hurting. It's getting hurt a little bit. I'm going to do a little twist on what I'm going to do. You need to watch tonight's video on the weekly picks. Undervalue less than 10, 3.93%. I just did that on Friday, right? I did that. Look at the plays. Look at the plays. I got to do another video so that I can add another stock. But look at this. One of the stocks that I got into on Friday got closed out already. But look at this. My undervalued less than 10 up almost 4% since the 21st. All right, what are we? We're not even a month. I'll take that. If I can get 4 to 5% in a month, I'll take that. This is why you got to watch the videos. If you're brand new to the channel and you're not a subscriber to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you'll be alerted to when videos like this come out. This came out on Friday. One of the 2 stocks that I got into is still here. I probably got to do another video next week to add another stock to it. Yield Max, look at that. My Yield Max plays, interesting, 2.75. I still haven't added all of the dividends to these yet. So I got to go through and make sure this is up, but 2.76%. All right. Those are just some of my videos on Glenn's radar. Glenn's radar, it's down a little bit. These are stocks that are on my radar. Oklo is in here, getting hit a little bit. ICAG I like as a airline. Portalax. These are stocks that are on my radar. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can only put one other stock in here. Maybe I have to do another video on that as well. But down only about 0.25%. So again, if you guys want to know what's going on in these portfolios and how I add stocks, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be alerted to when new videos come out. Wait for your Mag 7 a decade. I'm not going to do that. I don't know if I want to put a Mag 7 decade. I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it. All right. Let's go back to viewers. Let's go to weekly customer picks. We got 14 stocks today. Good. Googly muggly. All right. Here we go. Now it's time for your stock picks. Now put them in. All right. There. GRR. G-R-R-R. Comma MWA, comma DSP, comma OpFi, comma RKLB, comma PSTG, comma HIMS, comma DELL, comma, hold on, make sure, after HIMS, yep, Dell, LEU, comma CSV, comma UAMY. I was in that stock, Jazz. AMD, comma, IZRL. Do we have that? We do. We do, Andre, comma, CLS, comma, ASTS, comma, SoFi and AMD are in there twin. CrowdStrike, comma, INOD. How many stocks is that? How many stocks am I going to get? I'm going to give you 15 stocks today. That's 17. There we go. There we go. There's 17 stocks. I did more. Dennis says, love you, Glenn. Wow. Did I pick your stock, Dennis? I might have. Or you just love me because I'm a hell of a guy. Could be either or. Don't know. Well, I love you guys too. I love you guys too. I'm going to cry a little bit. He missed OpFi. Did I not? I put OpFi in there. Hey, I'm getting ticked off. You guys be telling me, well, you missed my stock. You missed my... Be patient and look. I'm going to start putting my foot down. I go through that list. I go back up through that list to make sure that I'm putting all the stocks in there. All right. Just about every stock you gave me was a buy. Let's sort. Let's sort. Tabula, you headed. You right. You about headed to timeout. Nope. Been watching you a while. You're my VV favorite. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. You said you. I did say that I would look at BBAI. All right. I did say that, so I'm going to add that. I did say that. Laugh out loud. You're funny, and I love it. Says Jay. There you go. ACMI. Stop putting. I can't. If else, I'm going to put all the stocks up there. From tears to putting foot in the butt. I know, Jazz. I love it. All right. Got 18 stocks up there. One sell, AMD. You know, I keep saying that AMD is going to be the stock rebound for the year. It just don't look like it. Dang it. This stock is just going down and down and down. Sigh. How'd that happen? How did I get up there? That was weird. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. AMD is just going down. Nice rebound today. Coming off a level of support. Nice rebound today, coming off a level of support. Open candle. Let me change this back to a vector vest layout. Nope. Where's mine? No. VV graph YT. It's going to have volume and value. AMD is just not the play. If you're going to play it today, it's a trade. Long term, I'm not feeling that. RT is below 1. If you're playing it today, it's a trade. Whoever gave me AMD, does that make sense to you? I'm not trying to tell you to hold it long term until it at least breaks through this level of resistance. I do love that it's undervalued. You know what I don't like? That the value is falling. All right, let's go to all my other stocks. Let's graph them all. All right, and let's go take a peep. CLS. The stock ran up nicely, pulled back. Nice little rebound today. Got a little wick at the top. I got a little wick at the top. Watch the volume. I'd have a stop on it. I definitely have a stop. Look at RT over 2 weeks. No, I'm not changing. I'm not changing them. I'm not changing the layout, Todd. I like to look at 3-month graphs. I'm going to stick to that. All right, I'm going to stick to that. I like to look at 3-month graphs. I hear you, Todd, and I love when you guys put in other ideas, but I'm going to stick on AMS. I'm going to, and I'll watch RT, or I'll be able to watch RT when I get to AMS. All right, AMD is a dog right now. But I'm not going to look at a 14-day graph. I would rather to not, Todd. I want to keep everything congruent. Ooh, that is the word of the day. Write it in the chat. Congruent. Let's see how many of you will misspell it. That is the word of the day. Congruency or congruent. All right. CLS. What would I do with CLS? It's gotten a little bit more volatile. What I'm just right now, just sit tight with it. Just sit tight with it. If I'm not in it though, I'd like to see it go higher than the high. All right, next stock, DSP looks good. Bottom left, top right. Overvalued. Value is not incongruous. I said congruous. That means equal to in the same. You know what I mean. I do like DSP. Put this on a 6-month graph. I do like the move on that. I know that it's overvalued. Value is leveling out. Volume is there. I do like that as well. I do like DSP. If you're in it, leave it alone. Oof, Gurr's been on the move. We've been watching this in the Jockey Club. Overvalued. Value is falling. Be careful with it. I do like the move up in volume. I do like RT is above 1. But I don't like that value is falling. But play the chart. Freehand line, upward trend, play the chart. Nice open candle, very little wick at the top. I'd really like to see if we could take out the 3-month high. I'd look at 12 cents higher than the high, but I love there's conviction to the move. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, use that trend line to capture profits. Next one, HIMS. Interesting about HIMS. Big selling pressure here, no follow through. I'm not in it. If I'm not in it, I'm looking to get in 12 cents higher than the high. But I got a couple of trend lines. There's one. I'm going to draw a nearer one right here. The stock is uptrend, steeper uptrend. Be careful with the steeper uptrend, which means it's more likely to pull back a little faster. It did break through this level of resistance. It went through that level, approaching a third level. I can't call it nervous. I'd be concerned given the market's conditions. If you took some off the table right now, right at resistance, I wouldn't be mad at you. Gurr, announced no more dilution. Okay. 3-month RT was moving up 14 days on AMD. Did we look at AMD? Why are you getting me into a stock that we haven't even gotten into? Stop putting it, because you're going to make me do this and I'm not going to get done. Ooh, I like this. That's an Israeli ETF. Huh, I like that. I like that graph. I cannot lie. Look at that stock and how it's flying. New 3-month high. How about a hammer formation right there before it took off? I like this. Hammer here, hammer here. This is why you got to learn to read candlesticks. Nice new high, little wick at the top. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, I'm going to give you a swing high that it just went above right here. That would be a good stop price, about $24.43. About $24.43 would be a good way to get out of the stock. All right, let's go to the next one. MWA. This was a stock that I had on the radar for a while. I don't remember why. It was news on it, or was that WTTR? It might have been a different one. Hanging Man followed through. I wouldn't be mad if you got out of it. Candlesticks are telling you that. Hanging Man followed through for 2 days. And it's overvalued, and I got a level of... Yeah. I wouldn't be bad to tell you to take the profits on that. All right? Oof. OppFi got smoked. Goodness gracious. Let me give you a stop price if you're still holding it. There's a nice swing high right here. That would be my... And look at where the wick went. The wick went right there. The wick went. The wick. I'm hunting wicks. At $14.50. Look at that. That's today. It rebounded. That's a solid level to get out if you need to. Right there. I love the commitment behind it. I do. Rising volume. I don't know what the news is today that it dropped, but even with the drop, I'm still okay if you're in it. All right? Even with the drop, I'm still okay if you're in it. That's a solid level of support at $14.54. Let's just call it $14.50. All right, next one. PSTG. Love coming off this level of support. All right. Nice upward trend coming off that level of, coming off that level of support. That's a nice little, something. Ooh, you know what else I see going on? Oh, I got me some consolidation. And actually, it might have broken out of the wedge. Look at that. Nice up. You know something? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. That looks like a wedge, and it broke out today with no wick at the top. I'm not mad at it. But I would say that the stock is back into consolidation if it falls back within the wedge. 233 people watching, only 107 likes. It's all right. We got 150 some odd likes today. We did well as far as likes today. You guys really wanted to see your stocks. And I'm glad that Clay is here. He allows me to go a little longer. Rocket Labs. Rocket Labs may be losing some momentum, but it could be rebounding coming out of that downtrend. Nice open candle, no wick. I'd like to see more volume. What I do like is even though it's overvalued, value is rising. I like that. All right, if you're not in it, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high. I wouldn't be mad if you picked some up because it did break through the downtrend. But you know something? Let's look for some confirmation tomorrow if you're not in it. All right, let's wait for some confirmation tomorrow because it did break through the downtrend. All right, let's go to the next one. UAMI. You know what I like about it? It's moving on up to the east side, to that deluxe apartment in the sky. You are me. It's moving on up. All right, got a wick at the top. You know what else I see? Oh, look at this. It's amazing how I can just see stuff. Look at that. Oh, right about there. Good level of resistance, breaking through. I'd like to see if it can stay above that level of resistance today and get some follow-through tomorrow. RIKB has earnings coming up, and Neutron Rocket could be tested. A Neutron Rocket? Wow. That's on Rocket Labs. I like the move outside of this downtrend. If you pick some up, I would pick some up. I'd pick some up. I like the breakthrough. I'd like to see if I've got follow-through. All right, we got breakthrough. Let's see if we get follow-through. ASTS has been moving up recently. All right, it faded this gap. It's moving up recently. Bigger body than the wick. Got a little selling pressure, but a lot of volume. So there's a lot of conviction to this. Let's go draw a trend line, freehand, right about here. That's a good trend line. That's not really a good trend line. I don't like that trend line. I don't like the trend line. I can clearly see that it's moving up. New 3-month high. Watch the wick. I want to see if I'm getting some profit taking on it. The body is still bigger than the wick. Love the volume again. RT is above 1. I don't know what the news was, but DY is in this base. May break out soon. I'm not looking at any other stocks. Trimmed a couple of RKL April calls today. Nothing wrong with that. Lunar is another good one. Lunar is also moving. They didn't make the list today. BBAI. I got a closed bar. That bothers me. All right, that means the price right now is lower than the open. It's still higher than the previous day close, making it a green bar. I'd be careful. You know something? That's a big bar. Let's go midpoint. Let's go midpoint of that bar. Ooh, and it's a beautiful level of resistance. I like that. That would be my stop price, $7.63. All right, so I got a little give back. I'm not telling you to panic. Leave it alone. The volume is there. Leave it alone. But if it goes below that level of 763, I'd probably want to take that off the table. Wow, CrowdStrike looks good. There it is. CrowdStrike looks good. Little leveling off is like losing some momentum. The bodies are getting smaller, but a new 3-month graph. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, use this trend line as a way to get out. BBAI burning through cash like crazy. Did I get the BB? Stop giving me stock. Did I do BBAI yet? Oh, man, I'm going to get so... There it is. Burning through... Yeah, I'm not feeling the closed bar. All right, if you're in it, though, I'm not going to tell you to panic. If you're not in it, I'm not looking for you to get in it right now. All right, CSV. That's in a channel. Pretty tight one, too. There to there. Yeah, that's straight up in a channel. Now, I love that it's undervalued, and I love that value is rising. Long term, I like that. What am I looking at short term to get into it? I needed to break above that level of 42.48. That's what I'm looking for. If it doesn't break above that, it's going to stay in this channel. I'd rather have you in a stock that's moving than in a stock that's just sitting sideways. All right, but I love that it's undervalued and value is rising. Long term, I do like this. Short term, it's in a channel. I'd like to see when to get out. SMCI. Did I not give what I thought about SMCI from an earnings perspective? Did we not look at that? I swore we did. Did we not? Let's go look. SMCI because of earnings coming up. I thought we did. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. Let's go put this on earnings. Let's put this on a 6-month graph. That's not the right one. Oh, I said they probably miss on both. I said that they probably miss on both, but based upon what I see from earnings and earnings growth, we'll see. All right, so that is what I see. I love the move coming off support, but I'm trading the chart, not my heart. I'm thinking that they miss based upon what I see. Based upon what I see, I think they miss both revenue and earnings. Now, I could be wrong. All right, I could be wrong. Yeah, he says we did. You didn't like it, so. I could, I'm just telling you what I see. All right? Just telling you what I see. Palantir, I'm thinking about this, giving you a level of, 107.07 as a point to think about, am I right or wrong? No, that's the wrong one. Where am I? Didn't I finish looking? Did I not finish? Oh, no, I moved that over. Sigh. All right, yeah. All right, CSV, I told you I do like that it's undervalued and value is rising. Dell, nice move today. But where did it stop? Right at my level of resistance of 112.99. Yeah. It did break through the downtrend. That's a positive sign. I need RT to go above 1.2. I need RT to go above 1, but I need to break through. We stopped right there today. I'm not ready to touch it. I do like the move going up. So if you're aggressive watching the move and you're in it, that's fine. I would like a little bit more confirmation, and I don't think it's a bad thing to wait to see if it can break above this level of resistance. But I also like to see RT above 1. Tell me the stock's in an uptrend. LEU, man. I got nothing. Oh, hold on. Well. Uno momento, por favor. All right. How many of you like that? I like the move coming off support. I like that it broke out of the sideways channel. If you're in it, I'm going to give you a stop of 98.42. If you're not in it, I'm going to look at 12 cents higher than the high, but I also want you to keep your eyes on value. I want you to keep your eyes on value. Why do you think SMI going into, what do you think? Serpent, I just did. I just told you about SMI. SMC. I did it. I must have done it 3 times already. I told you what I thought about it. 3 times. All right, LEU, I don't like the falling earnings, but right now it's out of the channel, it's moving up, and follow through. I'd keep my eyes on it. AMD, I'm not a fan of. Hold on. I got something for this one too. Hold on.
No, God, please, no.
That's what I'm thinking about AMD. All right. Just joining. Did we look at Serve yet? Nope, we didn't. Serve was not Hood. Did we not look at Hood? I'm closing all of this. Was Hood not in the list? I don't remember. I'm way late already. Look at MART. MART on what? Advanced Money Destroyer? What is that? Oh, I got you. Listen, we went through 18 stocks of yours today. Yes, there's going to be days where I'm not going to see all of your stocks. All right? I totally understand that. But don't get mad at me. I think we looked at a lot of stocks today. All right? If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you'll be alerted. Luna is another good one. I know. Dennis says AMDS contra AMD. Something. I think if you're going to play AMD, I would play the short side of it. I would. Mahmoud, if I put your stock up there, I got to put everybody else's stock up there too. All right, just think about it. I don't want to do that. It's Monday. Let's look at Monday. We looked at Monday. What do you mean? All right, I got to go. Got to make sure I go record tonight's video for you. My top picks for both U.S. and Canada. Keep your eyes on it. I think I'm going to have to do a little twist because of what's going on with inflation, possibly. I'm going to do something a little different, so make sure you watch it. All right? Thank you guys for being here. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for all you guys in California. Went from fire to rain to mudslides. It's just been a tough time, so keep my eyes on you. Remember, look out for your neighbor. Give him a hand up. Make sure that you help him out. There's always good people in the world. If you can't find one, be one. Odabu. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Yasu. Till next time, folks. See ya!